Hello, my friends at BYU Hawaii. This is Kenson Pribble, and it is September 13th, 2022. And it's been about a month since I was out there with my family, and I gave my Powerhouse networking presentation to around 20 of you there on campus. While I was there, I made you a promise that if you connected with me on LinkedIn, I would do further or I would do something more to help you guys with your networking efforts and your career advancement efforts going forward. I got a lot of responses. A lot of you connected up with me, and I was going to set up a follow up event where I would introduce what I'm about to talk to you about today, but scheduling made it very difficult, and it wasn't going to be very easy to get everybody that we want on the call at the same time. So to make things work a little better, I'm going to make this short video introducing what I hope to start here at BYU Hawaii. If you haven't participated in that first event or haven't watched the follow-up recording of that event that I created after the fact, you need to go watch that recording first. The person who referred you to this video likely has a copy of that they can share with you. If you don't watch that first, or if you haven't participated in that other presentation, what I'm going to explain to you next will probably not make sense, and we'll need a little bit more context for you to really fully engage. With that said, let me jump into it. This is your formal invitation to participate in our first Powerhouse networking group on campus at BYU Hawaii. This networking group is going to be accommodative for everyone, whether you're a first year freshman to your last year senior, if you're looking to start or if you're looking into what major you want to go into, if you're just looking for a job shadow or understanding your career path you want to go forward, if it's trying to secure an internship, a job offer, whatever it might be that you are working toward or should be working toward, this program, this Powerhouse Networking Group, is going to be a help to you. So this video is to formally invite you to participate. And there's different levels of participation. I don't care what your workload is or your commitments outside of school or whatever it might be. We should be able to get, if you're interested and want to participate, we should have a level of participation that would work for you and your schedule. And I'll explain that here in a little bit. Now, with that said, what I'm going to do today is kind of go through what I anticipate this group being, and also introducing you to some of the tools that I personally built to help make this super easy for all of you. So if you guys remember back to the presentation I gave in August, we talked about the concept of powerhouse networking and the 15-10-2 approach, which is found in the self-reliance manual to finding a better job that is made by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A lot of the principles and content that I am presenting to you today, or can be found in this same manual. We're tweaking it a little bit to work better for you students who have busy lives and are juggling a lot of things. I get it. I was there. But what we're going to do is going to be a little bit different than what is outlined in that manual, just so that it works for your guys' schedules and your workload. But what I envision happening is a group of students who are going to work together, probably meeting on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, where you'll come together and account for your efforts in networking. And we'll use the tools that we have to kind of showcase the work you've done. We will share referrals with one another during those calls or meetings, and we will find out what it is each one of us is working toward. In these meetings, the goal is to first hold ourselves accountable to ourselves and to others relative to the commitments of networking. okay, and furthering your career. The second goal is to understand what other people are working toward and to help them in their progression as well. So, with that said, that is your invitation. I would love everyone who's watching this video to come participate. If you do come and participate, we'll have some level of participation that will work for your schedule. But I know that the more you put into this same program, the more you're going to get out of it and the more success you will have. So with that said, let me introduce to you the tool that I built that's going to help us make this a little bit easier to track our progress and our successes. The goal of this for me is to get you guys prepared. Doesn't matter if you're the last year before you graduate or if this is your very first year. I want to be able to help each one of you get to where you are graduating, having had multiple offers of employment, multiple offers for internships, number of Powerhouse projects under your belt. I want you to be hired onto the company you want and to be considered the cream of the crop, the best option for that role by your employer. So that's the goal. We're going to get you there, and this program, this little networking group, is going to help facilitate those efforts. So with that, let me jump over to the tool. I want to keep this call fairly brief, just so that we don't lose you guys, your interest here. But this is the tool that I put together that is going to serve as kind of like a tracker, a document that helps us stay accountable for our commitment, toward our commitments. This right here is the team dashboard. We'll have each participant's name down the side here. We'll have their level of participation right here. We'll have their career goal that they're currently working toward, whether that's secure a job shadow, complete a Powerhouse project, decide on a career path. There's a few others as well, like accept an internship, accept a job offer. But we'll be able to see that just by looking at the dashboard. In addition, you'll have your contact information, LinkedIn profile when you decide to start the program or engage toward this goal, and the date you completed the efforts for that goal here. Now, if you guys remember my presentation, there was a 15-10-2 approach, which referred to 15 resources, 10 contacts of those resources, and the number of face-to-face or over-the-phone contacts you've made. I've added in here referrals as well, which I think will be important as we go forward, so that we can see, in essence, what it is that we, how many of these resources and contacts we're able to give to someone else in the group as well. This is going to track a 15-day average, and that will actually, these numbers here govern what will populate in this cell. So if you do want to just fully engage, do the 15-10-2, just really go at it every single day and ace it, you're going to become the highest level participant. I like to think of it as like the Kakoa level, the warrior level, right? And we can discuss this a little bit more in detail. But depending on how well you engage here, the averages you get will determine your level of participation. So if you want to stay a beginner, that's what you're welcome to. If you want to advance to some other level, that'll be some goal you can achieve as well. In essence, what I'm wanting to do is make it somewhat of a game. So when someone reaches that warrior status, we can celebrate it with them. We can be like, way to go, you did it, and maybe do a little celebration of some sort. This is going to record the number of total outreaches you've made. So the number of total resources, number of total contacts, number of total face-to-face, number of total referrals. This differs because this is all time. It's going to record every one that you've ever done. And then this one's just going to be a 15-day average. So in short, that's what's going to happen. What's nice is all of this here, each day in the past, is automatically calculated. So all these numbers, we don't have to update. We don't have to do anything here. This is automatic. It's going to pull from each one of your individual participant tabs and um, it'll make it easy for us. Let me go over here to the actual participant tab. This is where you will go in and record your efforts for the day. So throughout the day, you engage and you talk to different people. You learn about career paths. You network. You whatever it might be, and you mentally keep track of everything you did. And so here's an example of somebody who came in during the day. They went to the beach and ran into a man named Steve Young. It seemed like a nice older gentleman with his family. He was actually a member of the church and had done something in football, but now is in investment banking, right? And you're working towards securing a job shadow. That's one of the goals that you're working toward. So it was in person, you record that, you put the day's date and the day you contacted, which would be the same in this instance. It was face to face. And you know what? You knew somebody named Jared who loved football and sports and wants to go into banking and investments. So you're like, let's refer him. So you talk to Steve and you say, hey, Steve, I want to introduce you to one of my buddies. Is it all right if I pass your information along? You'd be like, sure, that'd be great. And so you could do a referral. You add the referral date, and then here is where you put your notes on what happened, how you knew him, and any follow-ups you need to do. Maybe later in the day, you talk to your friend Sue Mayford. I totally made that name up. I don't know if Sue Mayford, if you're on the call, I'm not stalking you out. I just made that up. So anyway, so you're talking with your coworker Sue Mayford, and she's like, you know what? You're talking to her. You ask her what her parents do for work, and she says, my dad works at Wells Fargo, and he's in banking, of some sort, investment banking, let's say. Well, what's really cool is this was in person. It was a contact and resource all the same day, but it was face to face. You haven't referred it to anybody yet, but you also got her father's email. So you learned about her father. That's a new resource. You got her father's email. That's another resource. You learned about a company, Wells Fargo, for the first time from her, and that's considered a resource. You've learned about the new career path of investment banking. That's a resource. And then you did a little research about investment banking, and that you found a couple of articles about investment banking, and so each one of those articles would be considered a resource. Okay? Do you see how easy that is to get? Now we're at 7 resources. A few of them you've already contacted, right? So in this case, you send an email over to her father. So you contacted her father. You would have also contacted this one. So by making that one contact, you would have contacted 2 different resources, her father, and you would have made use of his email. So you took action relative to this resource. So you considered a contact. That's how the game is played. Now, later you read the articles and you could then mark these as contacted, quote unquote, right? For the resources that are not like a person or a place or things like that, it's like for people, you reach out to them. For places, you go there. So like a website, a business itself, you go into the business. That could be considered a contact, right? If it's an article, a contact for the article is actually going through and reading the article. One way to look at this as a resource is anything that can help you along in your career advancement process. A contact is any action that you take that is related to that resource. Okay, so that is in essence how the game is played. Now let me tell you, if you engage with this program and you follow this, let me remind you, when they were tracking the numbers of this program, this approach, the 15-10-2, back then I think they did 10-10-2, but they realized that 15 was better because some of those would consolidate into one contact, right? So back then when they did 10-10-2, the success rate was those who diligently followed that approach had a job offer and accepted within 30 days. And that offer was at an average of $85,000 per year. And that was about 10 years ago, give or take. And so, I mean, this method works. It's powerful, and if you apply it, your fears go away. Go away. You develop new skill sets in talking with people, and you have fun with it. That is the cool part about doing this work, or following this approach. Then you couple that approach with 8 other people or 10 other people that are doing the same thing, and there's a synergy and power that comes because you're there helping each other. You're supporting each other. You're holding each other accountable. You're making it happen. So, in essence, that is what I'm hoping to engage here with you guys today. If you're serious about really kicking in and making you know, becoming a powerhouse networker, let's make it happen. Let's start a group and let's make something work. I have an idea of what I would want to do. Once every 2 weeks, once every week, get together and talk through it. Maybe you guys are like, no, let's make this happen and we'll meet 2 or 3 times a week. Or let's adjust it here or there. I'm all ears. But what I want to do is start something now. I want to get a group of at least 5 or so individuals, preferably more like 10 or 12, that are engaged and saying, I want to be a part of this, I want to make this happen, and I want to make it happen today. Right? I want to start now. And if I can get that group together and we can make it start getting it or finding successes with it, I have a feeling it's going to grow. And we're going to make BYU Hawaii a powerhouse networking university, which would be awesome. So with that, thank you for taking the time with me today. Please, after you finish this video, think about it. Reach out to me and let me know if you're interested. I need to gauge your interest. I need a number of individuals who are really engaged, who will make this really a worthwhile group. If we get a really strong core, then we're going to create something that's going to attract others, and it's going to become even more powerful. So reach out, let me know your interest level. If you're really engaged, you really want to get into it, this would be an awesome powerhouse project as well that you guys could put into your resume and have trackable results of your efforts and everything. If you just want to come and passively participate as well, let me know. We would have a place for you there as well. But this is what I'm hoping to start up with you guys. So please think about it, reach back out to me and let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll get something rolling. So with that, thank you so much for participating, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.